everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Mike. I'm with Wyckoff Cycle in Wyckoff, New Jersey. I want to take a few minutes today to talk about the Giant Fathom 29-1. This is the Amber Glow colorway. This bike comes in two colors. There's a metallic black as well. The retail price is $18.50, 29-inch wheel, Giant Alux SL aluminum frame, SRAM 12-speed drivetrain, and a Tektro 4-piston hydraulic disc brake, 6-bolt rotors. The bike comes tubeless prepared, full SRAM dub press fit bottom bracket, 35 millimeter handlebar, SL stem. This is a 50 millimeter on the large and extra large, and a 40 millimeter on the small and the medium. So the Alux SL is an advanced formed aluminum tube set. Giant says this is a 6011 aluminum. Offers them some pretty cool smooth welding technology here. So you get some nice big fat strong welds on here. They look really cool. Down here at the bottom bracket, really massive. Got this really wide forged looking yoke piece in here for tire clearance. Hard to see on the camera at this point. That should give you a nice sturdy pedaling platform. Nice looking dropouts. Everything's really clean here. Swing it around to the back of the bike. Get into the rear disc brake. Also very nice setup. We got a full 180 mil rotor back here. Again, we can see this massive tubing behind the bottom bracket, all formed alloy tubing, smooth welded. Up top, we got the seat stays. And if you take a look at these seat stays, everything, they're like ovalized to flattened shape here. They should give the bike and the rider some comfort by giving the bike some rearward compliance. I pair that up with the 30.9 seat tube. Have the stays dropped here, top tube mounted up here. This is going to allow a little bit of flex from the seat tube and from those rear stays, just a tiny bit, to give a little bit of comfort to the hardtail rider. We have the Crest SL 34 suspension fork up front, 130 millimeters of travel. It's got a sweep type compression damper, a couple clicks there until it gets too firm and then open. I don't really call it a lockout because it's not. It's got rebound adjust at the bottom, air spring, aluminum crown, aluminum steer tube, aluminum stanchion, and I'm pretty sure a magnesium lower here, and 15 by 110 through axle, your standard setup, 180 mil post mount. Pretty solid little fork for the price point. $18.50 for this whole bike, complete out of the box, just as you would see it here, all tubeless prepared. Maxxis tires, EXO casing, Minion DHF, 2.5 wide trail, and an Aggressor 2.5 wide trail EXO casing in the back. The rims are Giant's house brand. They're 30 millimeter inner diameter, 28 spoke hole with a sealed bearing alloy hub. The SX cassette. These are going to be riding on an HG spline free hub design. And then we have the Giant dropper seat post. This is their house brand. Depending on what size frame you get, you do get a couple different size options here. The small and the medium frame, they get 125 mil drop. The large frame gets a 150, and the extra large goes all the way up to 170. So ultimately, what I'm going to do with this bike is I'm actually going to spec it out. I'm going to ride this. I'm going to take it for a couple rides stock. See how everything holds up. I think it's going to do pretty well. I'm actually pretty confident in the Crest fork. Long term, that's going to come off. We're going to do some i9 TR 280 wheels up front, 32 spoke with i9 spokes, Hydra hub. We'll do a GX Axis upgrade kit back here. I got an XO1 cassette that'll go on this bike. There will be some limited edition Hayes Dominion A4s in a purple coming in for this bike. So that stuff should drop quite a bit of weight. I don't think the brakes are really going to drop any weight, but they're going to give me the performance I want out of the brake. I'm used to them. I have them on a couple bikes right now, and they are phenomenal. Going for this bike with the amber glow, this orangey gold color with little purple accents. If you notice in any of the little video walkthrough, I did a couple little purple cable tips, and it really pops off here. Comes with a quick release C-clamp. Not a big deal. It actually clamps really well, but we're going to change that out. I think a wolf tooth purple would look really good on there. They come with a stainless steel bolt, which is nice. The wheels, those are going to come off. They're not very light out of the box, so we're going to change that. The SX dub crank, it's a solid aluminum crank. I think I have some old race base carbon sitting around I can put on here. Maybe get a oval chain ring on here, like a 32 tooth, and a purple, without going too crazy. So let's get this thing on a scale and get you guys a final weight. All right, here we go. Bike is on the scale, balanced well. 30 pounds, 12 ounces. 30 pounds, 12 ounces. This is bone stock out of the box, reflectors removed, torque disc removed. There are 4 ounces of stands in each tire. So that's a pretty good baseline. We're going to be able to knock a couple pounds off this bike really fast once we get these wheels swapped out, get those cranks out of there, get that much lighter cassette on there. So now we've had a good walk through the bike, what the plans are going to be. If I can get that 27, 28 pounds, be super happy with it. We'll talk about the fork a little bit, the Crest fork. That is going to come off of here. I've kind of made a decision here. We're going to go with a Cane Creek Helm Air. And the reason for that is we know that Fox 36, 38 tried and true. The new Pike is the lightest one kind of in its class, but we'll skip that for now. I have a Zeb on another bike, which is okay. It's not doesn't blow my mind or rock my world, so to speak, but it gets the job done. I have a couple Manitous, a Mastodon on the Yukon fat bike, and I have a Measure Pro on the Janus Portal, and those have been really great, phenomenal forks. Really happy with them. I'm surprised we don't see more riders using them, but Fox and RockShox really dominate the market as far as complete bike specs go. So you might be asking yourself, who is the ideal rider for the Fathom 29? And the Fathom 29 is a great product for the beginner, for the entry-level mountain biker who's maybe been riding for a year or two, wants to step into something a little more reliable and trail-worthy straight out of the box. It's also for the seasoned rider. Maybe you've got a full suspension bike and you're looking for a backup bike or a spare bike, something to get out there and ride on the really muddy, wet days, or just to switch it up a little bit. Your bike's in the shop, you need something to ride, so you're not stressed over that. So Fathom's a great bike right out of the box. Tons of room for you to upgrade and customize it and make it what you want. It does come in another spec level at $1,500. It's got a Shimano 1x10, like Praxis cranks on it. I think the same exact wheels, bars and stems, same seat post. So it saves you a couple bucks if you're really going to change it out. I'm pretty sure it's the same exact Crest SL 34, 130 millimeter travel fork on there too. Two different, the colors are different, blue ashes and terracotta. It's like a clay pipe color. But they give you the option, four colors overall and 2 different builds with this model. One of the reasons I really chose and wanted to go with a Fathom is because I've been riding a Yukon. Picked up the Yukon fat bike when those came out a few years ago, and really, fell in love with the ride quality of it. I thought it was going to be a lot harsher, but I was wrong. It uses similar design characteristics and design ethos that the Fathom uses, and on the Yukon, I can really feel the rearward compliance that's built into that frame, and that's all there for the rider's long-term comfort. And that helps a lot, especially on a fat bike when you're trail riding it over rocks and roots and stuff, and you're bouncing around a little more on that thing. Can't run the tire pressure too low, or you'll just destroy your wheels. Especially myself, I'm pretty big and heavy, 230 pounds, so I do go through wheels if I'm not careful. I rip through low quality hubs pretty easily, and that's also why getting a better fork with better damping characteristics, something that's going to keep the fork in its mid-stroke without diving too hard, without having to load it with a bunch of spacers and just cheat by using the air spring that actual give you actual compression damping. So I'm looking forward to trying out the helm. I'd like to thank you guys for sticking around and getting this far into the video. Don't forget, subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. Awesome stuff. Help us grow the channel so we can keep working on bringing you more cool bikes and interesting concepts and sweet, cool bike builds. Again, thank you for watching the video and checking it out. And please like and subscribe. All right. I'll see you in the next video.